What's up, guys? This is Travis with My Bringback, and this is going to be the intro video for the series of Android development, the basics. This is the first video. We're just going to install the software that we're going to need to develop our apps and our games and all that sweet stuff. And you're in luck, because I'm going to install it with you since I just got this new computer. It's a Mac, so I don't really know how to use that yet. I'm a Mac virgin. But first thing we're going to want to do is go to Google, just search Eclipse. And let's see here, Eclipse download. You want to download the Eclipse IDE for Java developers and pick whichever system you're on. It should automatically have it if you're on Windows or Mac OS up there. I have a 64-bit, I believe, but most likely if you didn't buy a brand new computer that costs you a lot of money, it's going to be 32-bit for whatever system you're running on. And we're just gonna download that there, and then the other thing we're gonna need is the Android SDK. Basically, the SDK is all the Android programming language, and wow, that was a terrible definition. Basically, it's everything you're gonna need to know or need to have to develop for Android applications and such. So again, you just search Android SDK in Google, and then it most likely will bring you to this site. I'll put all the links and such in the blog post or in the description on YouTube, so you can just kind of click on those, save yourself some time. But again, you just want to download whatever system you're operating on. Alright, if you haven't noticed, I clipped the video because I pretty much messed up the second half of this tutorial. Because just the layout's a little bit different than Windows, and I was like going all over the place. It took too long. So I'm just coming back real quick. I'm going to talk about what this series is going to hold while you guys are downloading the SDK and Eclipse. Basically, this is going to get everyone off the ground and starting to jog a little bit. We aren't going to be running too much because I want everyone to learn, even someone with no Java programming background or even any programming background at all. And basically this is going to be the basic series, which will kind of get you guys up to par. A lot of the Android books out there right now expect everyone to know Java, and you're going to be confused anyways. I want to at least have this basic series get you to the point where if you buy those books, you'll understand what's going on to a sense and actually learn something from them, instead of being completely confused the whole time. But we'll eventually get into a ton of sweet aspects: game development, OpenGL. You'll learn some of that, C++ to optimize, and even some web stuff. Alright, so enough with the small talk. Let's get down to it. Basically, after you downloaded both those, we need to extract it into your main hard drive. That's where I like to keep this. So for Windows, that's your C drive or whatnot, and for Mac, it's right here, the Macintosh hard drive. But what we need to do is extract both those. So we're just going to extract Eclipse and extract the SDK. And what we need to do after that is we're going to open up Eclipse. So we're going to go to our Eclipse folder, open that up, and yeah, we're gonna trust it. It's from the internet, but it's not gonna kill us. And basically, what this is your workspace where you're gonna keep all your Android projects and all your files, all your sweet stuff. You want to know where this location is, because when you add images, songs, all that other stuff, you want to know where it is. So we're gonna browse. I'm gonna keep it in my documents, and I'm gonna create a new folder just called the basics, and create, and then hit open. Okay, Eclipse takes a little bit to load here, and then we're going to close the welcome screen. So what it should look like, it's not too welcoming, so we're just going to close it because it's not that pretty or anything either. And then what we need to do is we need to go up to our help and install new software. And basically we're going to need a basically this is going to be a web link. And we need to go back to the Android developer page right here, and down here to the ADT plugin, we're going to click on there, and there should be a link that you need to copy. Right here, downloading the ADT plugin. We're just going to hit Control Copy, and then we're going to go back to Eclipse, Control V, and hit Add, and label it whatever. I'm just going to say ADT. It's going to take a few seconds here, and basically we're just going to install the developer tools that we need for Android development. Alright, that took a little bit longer than I thought. But basically what we need to do is just hit next and accept all these licenses. Hit finish. If you want to read through all the documentation of those licenses, you can. I didn't. I probably just sold my soul to the devil or something, but this comes up, hit OK, and restart real quick. Same project there. And then the next thing we need to do is get that SDK incorporated with our Eclipse here. And how we do that is we go into wherever we save the SDK on our hard drive. And for Windows, once you open that up, there should be like the logo is like that little green Android dude, and it says like SDK Manager or something. You want to click on that. But for Windows, you want to go into Tools, and then Android right here, and hit open, and it's basically gonna open up this here, and this is where we need to install what devices we want to program for. So you go down to available packages, and we're gonna go into, I mean, you can click both those, that's what I'd probably do if I was you, but just for the sake of time I'm gonna just select some. The SDK platform tools, revision, and these are the different Android basically operating systems that are out right now. Like for old phones, or phones that haven't been updated, you're gonna develop for the 1.5, and then for like the honeycomb is the 3 level here. So that'll be for your tablets and such. But I'm just going to select 2.2 because that's what my phone's running on, I believe. And then you can also download some samples to look through code. I'd recommend that. Again, I'll probably download all this stuff, but just kind of explain what's going on here. For example, you can get some APIs from Google, and so if you're using Google Maps or anything like that, you're going to want to download one of those. So I'm just going to hit API 8 as well, and install selected, accept all, install. Wow, that's gonna be the next 50 Cent song. Accept all, install. What up? Pop you with my gun. Watch out. Yeah, I'm a nerd, but so we're gonna install those, and basically what the API level is, when you're programming some of the new versions, you can use certain methods and certain functions that you won't be able to use in the older API levels, for obvious reasons, because the phone won't be able to be capable of running those functions or whatever. So we're going to stick to around the API 8 platform throughout the tutorials. Most of the code that we're going to be doing will work for all of these, so you don't have to worry about that. I just wanted to kind of give you an update or kind of an overview of the APIs. Alright, and once that gets done, it's going to ask about the ADB has been updated. Do you want to restart it? Just hit yes. And there we go. Hit done. And the other thing we're going to do is set up our visual device real quick. This is the emulator. You're going to run it to test your programs if you don't have a phone. We're just going to hit new, and we're just going to label it Droid X because that's the phone I have. And then we have whatever platforms we just downloaded or packages. And again, this is just level 2.2. I'm going to select that. And if you want to set up like a fake SD card, you can do that as well. I'm just going to have it be 100 megabytes or whatever, and hit create. and it has created our DroidX. Alright, and now the only other thing we need to do is go back into Eclipse, and then we're going to go up to the Windows. Okay, then we need to set up the SDK and the preferences. And basically on Windows, it's going to be over here somewhere, and then you click down and it's going to be preferences. It's one of these last 3 tabs, I'm pretty sure. You're going to have to look for it. I think it's like second to the bottom. But and on a Mac, you just hit Eclipse, preferences, and then you should see this Android here now. And you want to click this and locate where your SDK is. So you hit browse, and then again your C drive or your Macintosh hard drive, or basically wherever you saved it. And then you just need to find this folder where your SDK is, and hit open, and then apply, and it will load all of those platforms that you just installed, and hit OK, and I think you're good to go. I'm pretty sure that's the end of the tutorial because we set up everything, so you're golden. But if you liked it, if you guys are looking forward to more in the future, there's gonna be a ton of stuff you're gonna learn a lot about. But if you liked it, just hit thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, leave some love, leave some hate, draw a picture, and send it to me. You go to the forum on mybringback.com. You can do all these things, and then you're good to go for the next tutorial. So anyways, that's basically the end of the tutorial, and thanks for everything, you guys. Please subscribe again, and I'll catch you guys next time.